Sing in me muse, and through me tell the story of those people skilled in all ways of contending, the Dragonlords, harried by fate and prophecy. Sing of the cities they saw, of the minds they learned of distant peoples, and weathering many bitter nights and days deep in their hearts, while they fought to save their homes and the lives of all Thyleans. Of these adventurers, muse, most sacred of daughters, tell us in our time. Lift the great song once again. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Oathsworn and Odyssey the Dragonlords campaign right here on TBK Roleplay. I, of course, and as usual, am your GM for the evening, Turk, or Turk Accented, or hey, that guy with the dumb hair. Just need to get a haircut, it's fine.
Don't say mean
But,
things about my friend.
Well, I'll think about it. But, for the moment, I am not the only one, only storyteller around this proverbial fire, and I certainly could not do it on my own. I have a fantastic group here, and players, if you would, please go around, tell the people who you are and who you will be singing the song of tonight. And I don't know, what do you think the wine in the Horn of Balmitra tasted like?
Hey, Comrade Crash. My character's name is Leo Dracos, the Human Paladin, Oath of the Dragonlord, Walker of the Path of the Vanished One. Sure of that. I bet it tasted like grapes. But on to my next companion, Sir Heck.
Hey everybody, it's me, Sir Heckalai. Tonight I'm playing Calliope, the Siren College of Epic Poetry bard, who walks the path of the Dragon Slayer. I would like to think that it would taste like nectar, but in reality, it's probably going to taste like jungle juice or something from a college party. So we'll see.
Hello and welcome. I'm Last Hit Point Hero, and I will be playing Thrynos, the Siren Sorcerer Demigod. And I am certain it will be way too sweet.
Faded away.
Tony?
Oh.
Hi, I'm Tony. I'm playing Eliana Legis, the prophetic cleric who walks the path of the gifted one. And I'm pretty sure that whatever swill is within that horn tastes like whatever the name is for what bartenders give rowdy customers who are just pissed drunk. That nasty, icky, leftover drip tray, just all in one glass shot. Just here you go, bud, to get them out. That's what it tastes like. And we're gonna go up to ale.
You're muted,
sir.
There we go. Perfect. Aldabiffa playing Ponox, everyone's Satyr rogue. He's all right. And I've been thinking about this question a lot over the last 2 weeks. It's been not far from my mind. And I've come to the conclusion, Bovril. To Chrissy.
What does that mean, Al?
Bovril.
What does that mean, Al?
Bovril is the trademark name of a thick and salty meat extract paste similar to a yeast extract.
Oh.
That's
Do you drink it?
That's horrifying.
Why?
Okay.
Never had Bovril. You haven't lived.
On that note, I'm Chrissy. I'm going to be playing Defera Adamos. She's a Medusa warlock, and she's walking the epic path of the Haunted One. And my guess for what the wine tasted like, probably Mad Dog 2020, but like not a good flavor, like one of the bad ones.
Not Bovril flavored. One of the good ones.
Well, with the
now.
with the wide assortment of possible flavors on your imaginary palates, I think now would be a fantastic time to jump back in where we left off. And in fact, last we left off, our heroes had just returned to Astoria. Well, they'd been in Astoria. Rather, they just got back from the Rock of Estor, and a quick little trip to go hang out with some basilisks, basilicas, and have now returned with the understanding that they have stopped the immediate sacrifice of the Princess Honora. Well, rather ensured that any sacrifice doesn't proceed quite as planned. If I recall, and feel free someone to jump me in if you would like to be in a different area than you are, but Defera and Threnos have gone to inform the God King I keep saying Esther. It's not Esther. Pythor.
I believe also Heck is with us.
Oh, okay, yes. Thank you very much. Thank you. Then Calliope will also join you in that endeavor, leaving Leo, Eliana, and Ponos with the wonderful Logid family.
Yeah, apparently I'm a babysitter now. That is my job.
Well, they have the spare rooms, and
Yeah, it's a
all I'm
sleepover.
missing at this point are fucking child leashes for them.
Eliana's mom has got it going on.
Okay, so I've immediately had to quit this campaign. I'll see you all.
No. Why don't we jump in there? Eliana, it is late in the night on the day before the offering is to be made. And your parents have, of course, opened the door to you and your friends once again. Welcomed you all in and are currently in the kitchen fixing up something late and hearty. It seems like you've all taken a pretty decent beating out there. You'll hear a sigh behind you. Well, that was tough as shit, as Kira chimes in as your door closes.
We're gonna need to put a spell on you.
Ooh, getting kinky already. I like it. In your parents' house, no less.
Eliana, come on. Grow up.
Yeah, Eliana, grow up.
I swear to the 5, I'm going to amass an entire battalion's worth of spears just to impale you all.
Oh, are you really? You promise?
No.
Gonna spear me asunder?
Don't you have like stories to write?
I
Try to
am.
beat
Yeah.
Calliope? Because it sounds like you're lacking.
Am I lacking? I thought I was
Well,
just having a lot of fun.
you haven't given us anything to work with. Calliope has.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't do public previews.
Are you scared?
Am I scared? Of course not.
Eliana will just cross her arms and just like, sure, you're not.
Don't know what to tell you. I know what I'm worth, and I'm writing my own little thing. And if Calliope wants to go ahead and write a few ditties every now and again that help you all out, it's fine by me. But I want to make sure this whole thing works, I could sing you another song if you want.
No, that's quite all right. And she'll just kind of make her way to her room.
Your parents will come out with, your father will come out with a tray of drinks. Oh, leaving so soon.
Yeah, we have the whole thing tomorrow with, Pythor and the whole Sydon cult thing going on.
Oh, yeah, the daughters. You're going to save her, right?
Of course.
Walks over and offers the tray to Leo and Ponos. It's kind of a warm tea drink based off of the immediate smell.
Thank you.
Of course, please. Have a seat. It's always good to have friends of Eliana's over.
We just love to be here.
Oh. You have good friends, Eliana.
Closes the door.
Oh, she's a bit temperamental sometimes. It's fine. You want me to show you some paintings we got when she was a baby?
Oh, yes, please.
I'll be right back. Clear off.
I got some weird fucking parents.
You have parents.
Loving parents.
I don't know what you want from me.
We have drawn her first steps on this vase. Just follow along.
Mm-hmm.
Like every year, it's just on the next year's foot pattern. Just
Oh no, you got to fire the paint. But they do have a large series of small portraits. Nothing too intricate, but stuff put on some painted onto some marble slabs, and of course, as dinner comes out, there will be a small, I guess you'd call it somewhat folio as they bring a few out. And yeah, by approximations, that's a baby Eliana. Anything else anyone wants to do here other than get death cleared by Tony?
Yeah, while Eliana's snuck away and the parents are distracted, showing off their, seems like average at best artwork, I want to do a sneaky sneakums and look at all the columns in the house to see if there are little indents cut up aged 4, 6, 8, and then I want to see how high I was compared to Eliana at what age.
Roll me investigation.
Bam, perfect. Very good at investigating things.
What'd you get? 10. It's clear that this house is meticulously looked over, like by people who might only need to sleep for 4 hours a day and then could do light activity like cleaning for the rest. You can find, I think, what would be a good way to put this? There's not necessarily any marked notches, but based off of the paintings and the parents holding a singular height, you can kind of use the family portraits as a gauge if you are like comparing yourself to the parents. They're kind of like, it's the same thing in the background for all of them. So as she's kind of growing to their height.
So as they're talking to me, I'm just staring slightly above their heads. Just trying to, yeah, in a very disconcerting way. Perfect. Exactly that.
All right. Well, as you're eating, the mother will ask, well, you've just come back, so what's your next move?
I think resting, waiting for my friends, and then tomorrow we save the world. Or, someone.
Oh. Well, I guess that's one way of putting it. I just asked, we were cleaning up a few things and figured if you're going somewhere a little dangerous, we did have something we managed to dredge up. An old family heirloom. We were going, of course, give it to Eliana to keep track of, but seeing as she's in her room,
We can give it to her. Yeah, totally.
oh, perfect. And she'll go and pull out these two a pair of boots that appear almost as if made of shimmering leaves themselves. With they have their standard sole and bindings, but the actual fabric of the shoe looks more natural than anything else. Just something we dredged up I figured it would be of any use to any of you.
Wow, they're very lovely. Thank you. We will put them to good use.
Well, yeah, no, she'll hand them off, and those are boots of elvenkind. So,
Nice.
Just giving our family heirlooms away, huh?
I'm sorry, would you like to contest that? Are you listening at the door?
Nah, I'm doing stuff.
Cool. I'll just write it down for now, and I'll remember to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Are they like little baby booties?
Oh, no. These are appropriately sized, but...
It's fine. It's a magic item. It can grow and shrink to your needs.
But of course, they will, with the photos, bring out some booties to show how tiny Eliana's feet used to be. With the photo to match.
This is all helping me get a sense of scale.
You guys were very thorough.
Well, we reuse a lot, so nothing really needs to go to waste there.
That's great.
And having long lifetimes really does make you focus on getting one good pair of something.
Yeah, totally.
I'm sorry. We're not. We don't need to bore you any further. Enjoy the rest of your meal. We might retire for the evening.
Okay. And then as they go, I think he does kind of say, thanks, Mom. Then kind of stops himself and's like, thanks. And then just like stuffs his face.
Thanks, man.
There's a good assortment of some pita dough, that kind of flatbreads, and some sauces, and kind of a, oh gosh, what was the word I'm of course blanking on? A bit of a slurry of mashed vegetables into a bit of a sauce for dipping. Not a lot of meat, but definitely getting a variety of flavors with spices through various dips. And it's beginning to bring your strength back, which is handy-dandy enough. But as Kira begins strumming on her own lyre to the cold night air, we are going to jump over to the God King's Palace as Pythor, God of Battle and Strength, has Threnos locked in a deathly bear hug, laughing and crying, "Ha! I knew you could do it!" Spinning you around, threatening, honestly, both Defera and Calliope with Ponos's feet, or Threnos's feet. Ponos's feet are safe. Don't worry.
Yes, you were
If
the
any of us are safe in Ileana's parents' house.
bastion of confidence before we left.
Oh, yeah, God. He'll let you down. I can't thank you enough for this. Oh, my. Oh, we should throw a party. Oh, Honora, we should have a massive festival right now. It's only fair. And she'll... I still need to attend my own offering. Although... even if the dangers are no longer present. Oh, but come on! Just a little something. Well, how to do? I'll get the guards in. The night guard. Oh, they're always down for a good time. He looks to you. What about you guys? Come on. Thornos, ladies.
I think she's right. Good things to those who wait.
We probably shouldn't be seen celebrating before the judgment passes.
Oh, you sound like one of my wives. Which one was it? Y'all come back to me.
Plus, we should make sure that Sydon's cultists don't do anything brash.
They better not. they break the agreement and interfere in their own little sacrifice, they'll have words with me. Or at least I don't know, be able to send a squad down.
Yes. Well, hopefully no one interferes with the natural order of the sacrifice, right?
That's the hope, at least. Honora will cut in. Now, I hate to sound ungrateful, because I am deeply grateful for what you've done. But it is late, and there are expectations for a human sacrifice that I must observe, regretfully, tomorrow.
We'll keep an eye on things and make sure everything goes as it should.
All right, well, good night, sweetie. I'll see you tomorrow. He'll give her a gentle kiss on the top of the head as he has to pitch his entire body down. All right, come on, let's get out of here, folks.
You wouldn't happen to have spare rooms available, would you?
In here, plenty of rooms. Oh, what do you need? Three bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, 1 bedroom.
Look back and forth. 3 would be fine.
All right, fine by me. One second. Where's the damn thing? He looks around on him. Oh, he'll always forget the bell. Guards! No, come running. Give him a second here. Guards! His claps are incredibly loud, echoing throughout the halls, and you see a battalion comes rushing in. Oh, yes, Lord Python. Oh, yeah. Why don't you see the 3 heroes here to some rooms? 3 rooms, if you please. Get them something nice. None of the barracks. Maybe see if we can't clean out some of the where the order was, get all their slime off the beds. It's a joke, boy. Oh, they might ooze anyway. You might want to check that, actually. Do change the downing. He whispers to a guard. Anyway, I guess I'll see you all in the morning.
We're grateful for your hospitality.
Oh, I am more grateful for you. Plus, I swore an oath of protection to you all, didn't I? Only fair you can stay here. Anytime you want.
Appreciate it. I think the others are comfortable, but I think this would be nice for us.
Oh, that's right. They didn't fall, did they?
No, they like spending time at... Wait, where did they go? Calliope?
They probably went to Eliana's again after a very good time I think they had. Yeah, no, they're going to be comfortable for the night.
All right, well, if they come knocking, you send them my way. I don't think I'll be able to sleep tonight. Ha! Oh.
Enjoy,
Games we
Lord
shall
Python.
hold for you all. Yes, please, rest well. And he'll kind of stand there and wave you all off. Before turning on his own.
As we walk away toward the rooms, I imagine following the guards or something.
Mm-hmm.
I am serious, though. I do think we should keep an eye on things tomorrow night.
I agree. Even though there are rituals or things for the cult to follow, I don't trust them.
Nor do I. Well, to bed then, I guess. Tefira?
Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah, absolutely. And she'll duck into whichever room she sees first. Quickly.
And
you
yeah,
find her to be unusually quiet, Calliope.
Some people are just quieter.
I hope Ponos didn't insult her or something.
I don't recall.
I don't know. It's just been on my mind recently. Good night, Calliope.
Night, donuts.
Well, as you all retire, your rooms are probably one of the most lavish places you've stayed in thus far on your journey. The beds, you have braziers keeping the rooms decently lit, a view of the city and the river under the nearly full moonlight, and some really nice bedding to keep you nice and snuggled up through the slightly chilly night. Dawn breaks the next day. And where there would be the jubilant start of day activities, you all, in your own ways, awaken to a city with its eyes cast downward. The typical hustle and bustle, especially that of the wine festival, has completely vanished. The streets now, rather than filled with revelers, with refugees instead. For those of you up in the palace, from outside the windows, you can also now see the large bonfires of the besieging army to the north, giving a darker hue to the morning sun. In the Legid household, the feeling of the street is much better, is much more closely felt. Carts rolling by, not with merchants calling out offers and sales, but rather quiet prayers and groups slowly marching towards about their business. So who wakes up first?
Out of like everybody, or like?
Oh well, no. Kira wakes up before all of you, of course, naturally. Already making tea with the Legit parents. But I guess the question is, who wants to tell me what they're doing in the morning first? Because you would, in theory, have a full day. The ritual taking place at night.
I think Leo would be up, I guess, early. He would most likely just do his normal workout routine and right next to his bed, and get a bunch of squats and push-ups, taken care of, and then immediately out with the group and seeing if he could help with anything with the tea or making breakfast.
Oh, you're really sweet, dear. I think Kira here has most of it handled. Great hand with the tea. That's easy. It's like burning water. It's great.
I didn't know you could cook.
I can't. I'm just doing really good at faking it.
It's better than me.
It's a high bar to clear, I hear. If your hunting skills have anything to say about it.
Shut up. They don't know that.
In this household, at this time, you come to strike at my heart. I thought we were friends.
You're embarrassing me in front of them.
I never. And she'll take the tea and bring it out into the room with a,
Yeah, she picks up
dramatic head.
Yeah, I pick up some bread and, well, I never either. And stuffs his face as he goes to the table as well.
Well, I imagine there's probably a guest room for the fellas and a guest room for the ladies, which means, Ponos, you would have potentially been woken up by Leo's workout routine. Or not.
So you say that. But if a boy can sleep, a boy can dream. And that is what he is doing. Sleeping. And even, if you are woken up by the over-enthusiastic grunts of your roommate. It's one of those moments where you just roll over, rub your big, hairy, inverted-kneed legs together to give you that self-satisfying sense of security. Really dig your hooves into the bed sheets and just pull the covers up over your shoulder and just don't deal with any of it. No. Bed is warm and good, and wait for it to all be over.
All right. I guess the next question is, Eliana, when are you getting up? Because Ponus is clearly sleeping in.
Uh-huh. I guess she'd kind of be outside, just on the steps early in the morning, since she doesn't have to sleep. Just kind of watching.
Just the procession of people.
Yeah, seeing all the refugees coming in, just seeing everybody being so dumpy. Kind of seeing the smoke off in the distance.
You're going to hear a light tap on your shoulder as Kira offers a cup of tea down towards you.
Oh, does this come with today's poem, or you still a little afraid to share anything?
Just grab the glass and grab the cup, and maybe I'll say something for you.
Ooh. And she will.
And for the record, I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for these people because I'm a great person. I stepped from ship onto the foreign docks with naught but fragile hope and heavy coat. I witnessed those in rich and frilly frocks and wanted for their confidence's vote. My lack of courtly grace brought pangs of fear, a moment so imbued with doubt and pain, till nigh brought sweetest music to my ear, and I was calmed by the most loved refrain. I lifted my hands up to heaven's birth and felt my coward courage swiftly steeled. My head and hearts and hips I'll move with mirth, a fit of gaiety that will not yield. And we'll continue on. As there'll be a small crowd that actually begins to gather. Some will, of course, whisper. You can hear very clearly, "Oh, it's the goddess herself," And some take it as a good sign, and some children will laugh and begin dancing, and in a small group, at least some people passing will begin to smile. And afterwards, here we'll take several rounds of bowing to everybody and plop back down. I'm sorry, there was something about being scared of performing, and no, see, all my lute strings are still intact, and wow, you're wrong.
Who would have thought? Because she just finishes off glass cup.
Strange. Well, you live here, so you know where to put that, right?
Yeah, and does Kira have anything in her hands?
She has taken up her teacup, or cup. It's not a teacup; it's a cup with tea in it.
Damn,
And
I was
she's-
gonna definitely just slap my right in her hands.
You thinking of doing something?
Well, wouldn't you like to know, Kara?
That is literally why I asked you. It's good. It's hot. Unlike some people.
Oh dear, have you been looking in mirrors again?
Oh gosh, I'd be so scared there wasn't a reflection, or worse yet, you'd be there.
Oh, there'd be somebody to knock some sense into you. Seem to be getting that disorientation again.
Oh, I don't want sense knocked into me. I only need you to knock me up. I'm having fun, Eliana. My goodness. All your dirty talk last night. I thought you'd be into this.
My dirty talk?
Can we not have fun Come on.
She is smirking, even like unknowingly, because she wears her stupid helmet. Right. Oh. It's just kind of a long day. Thought to think about all day.
Well, seems like you handled really the tricky parts. So,
What do you think they're gonna do?
they're gonna get angry and confused and just generally get all shaken up. Oh, why has our Lord forsaken us?
Do you
Is
think
she
they're gonna
truly
step
lost?
in?
Oh, the Order? No, they're cowards. Well, they're not cowards, but they're zealots. They'll observe the ritual to the letter. The trick is if what you've done will be enough. You wouldn't have happened to see any harpies around, right? I might have heard some things.
You didn't follow us?
I was watching from an appropriate distance, but had to duck out of the way when some basilisks started looking my way. I don't intend on turning to stone.
So there, and she'll kind of like look around just to make sure there's not like a bunch of randos kind of huddled around them.
They've mostly all moved on. There's a few
Uh,
people who are still like devotionary because, like, you know, the Oracle's chosen someone who looks like the goddess of poetry. That's pretty
Yeah.
neat. What are you waiting for? I don't know, something cool.
Me too, kid. There were a couple,
Okay.
and we took care of them. Calliope and Threnos and Defira did. I think Calliope went a little, and she won't finish her sentence, but she'll just kind of like nod her head.
Well, have you talked to her about that yet, or?
I wanted to leave an arm's length distance. I feel if there was something to talk about, maybe she would need time. It's not something to just be like, hey, why did you do that? And then just be a whole conversation that doesn't need to be a whole can of worms right now.
I mean, it's not really my situation to digest, but you do know where harpies come from, right? Like, this is Lutheria playing her hand, at least hopefully mostly in full.
Yeah. Heard the tales of her psychopathic way.
I'm just saying, one, when you talk about your allies defeating heroes, remember, you all swore this together as a group, so you all did it. Remember, think of me as your publicist. Collectively, we all beat the harpies. And two, you might want to talk to your friends, especially if they do something, I don't know, that you don't want to repeat. Just a thought, you know. What do I know? I'm a silly poet lady.
I'll try, I guess. It's not going to be a fun conversation, I'm sure.
I mean, was it fun fighting a Cerberus and getting chucked across the room?
Not particularly. That one was very not great. Wouldn't recommend it.
Well, I don't know about either of their strength just yet, but I think they'll be a bit nicer to you than that Cerberus was.
I mean, I don't know. I feel maybe Calliope doesn't care too much for Leo or I.
You realize you're all in this together, right?
I know, it's just... I don't think it's that she doesn't like me. It's just that I should say she doesn't dislike me. I don't think she cares for what people call the settlers. So,
Yeah, well, can't all be born here. So, either way, something to think about. I don't know, make opponents do it. He seems to like to dive headfirst into things like that.
I would rather do it before I had Ponos do it. I believe he was born with his cloven hoof in his mouth.
I don't know. Between you and me, I think he could handle it. That's what I'm trying to say. But you have a dish to clean, so she goes and puts her cup in yours. I'll be here entertaining the public. And she gets up and starts tuning up her lute to a different series of to a different song. I'll disperse the crowd in front of your house. Believe me, I got some real rip snorters here.
Just try not to break the windows.
Oh, please. I could do that if I wanted, but I'm not going to. Plus, who has time? Who has time to? Yeah, well, your parents are so fussy. They actually have glass. Imagine.
Sorry, they like nice things sometimes.
Nice things. It's melted sand.
Yeah,
How
and
nice
it's
can it be?
fancy.
It's fancy. Keeps the wind out. Who wants that? Go back inside.
Okay, thanks. And she'll begrudgingly walk through the door.
So, back up at the castle. Who's waking up there? Tell me about the things. So you're in the life of luxury.
I think Calliope would probably wake up pretty early. Is there a balcony in any of these rooms?
There's not so much a balcony as there is large open windows.
Okay. Well, just kind of in front of one of the open windows and just kind of spread out her wings a little bit. Just kind of feel the morning air on them for a little bit. Then, just go up and look for the other two before.
As you turn, there is
gonna
someone
head
at
out.
your door. There is someone at your door with a shocked look on your face. That's sort of, sorry, miss. I've brought water for a bath.
Oh, that's totally fine. Thank you.
We have food as well, if you require morning refreshments or some mint. I have King Pythor says it is excellent for the gums and has ensured that every guest here is well equipped, especially after his nights of drinking. We also have wine should you require it.
That all sounds lovely. Do you know if my companions have woken up yet?
I was just assigned to your room. We've just been sent out for early morning. We could check, of course.
Okay. Okay, no worries. Yeah, she'll kind of maybe dismiss the person. I don't know.
They wait.
She's,
If
like,
you're not going to
very-
just actively dismiss them, they will wait in your
Yeah,
room.
it's like, and I think like this, it takes like a couple of seconds of just kind of awkward silence for Calliope to figure that out because she has never been in a situation like this before. So eventually she'll be like, "Oh, okay, well, thank you," and just kind of dismiss her.
Of course, and they all bow. We'll clear out the 3 or 4 servants. So where are you going?
She might wash her face or something first. Yeah, make sure she's all freshened up before walking out there and seeing if she can find the homies.
All right. Which homie is going to awaken of the two of you?
I imagine at this moment, Thrynos is in the middle of a deep tissue massage, just out in the courtyard when Calliope comes out, laying on a massage table, and there's like 3 incredibly burly dudes that are really getting into those tissues.
They're getting like the wings as well.
Yep.
Just
Someone's-
lightly gripping and massaging.
Hmm?
Brushing
Oh.
out.
It looks like you've definitely gotten more use out of this palace than I have, Thrynos. Good morning.
I'll turn my head. It was an option I was not expecting.
I agree with that. I am also taken a little back.
The bath was wonderful. I think we're in for a good day.
Yeah. I hope so.
A very good day. What are we going to be doing today anyway?
Well, I was hoping to reconvene with the rest. Hopefully
could-
see if they have any plans, but I have nothing off the top of my head.
I was thinking of commissioning an amulet.
Amulet.
Well, I've kind of finally in a position where I have the option not to collapse in a heap when something hits me. I think it's something I'll look into.
Yeah, pretty sound to me.
We've got a lot to do, Calliope. There's going to be a lot expected of us now.
It seems like that list just keeps growing, doesn't it?
It does, but I don't know. It doesn't weigh on me like the questions I had before. I thought that getting the answer I thought I would get would fix everything, but it was the wrong answer, and still it's better? I don't know.
Funny how that works.
I don't know. We can send a messenger for them. I think I might stick around. Breakfast is being cooked at the moment.
Of course.
I think
It
it's
should be
our
ready
messenger.
soon. Now, stretch out your foot for me, please.
Careful, I'm ticklish.
There's just this pop of your ankle. There we go. All right, now breathe in. And you just feel hands at your things and just all the tension out of your body.
Have you seen Defera around yet?
I've been a bit distracted.
Fair enough.
So Defera would have probably unwillingly woken up early because she is now in the habit of listening to Leo pump iron next to her at ungodly early hours. So like this.
That phrasing, yeah,
Not
like
Like this.
Shake weight.
It's like the shake weight. So she would have been awake very, very early. Like to her an obnoxious amount of time earlier than she wants to be. And she probably would have tried to find like a garden area if there was one. And she would have just kind of like put together a small flower crown with some laurel in it and like some various other native flowers, and then went to find Honora's room and just left it on her doorknob, with like a small little parchment note that says like, "Thank you for everything you're doing. We know it's not easy."
So yeah, there definitely is a garden. A lot of mountain flowers, and there are some people providing more humid conditions, not necessarily a greenhouse by any means. Glass is something that it takes a while to earn the funding for around here, but they are people who are more heavily watering some, which you would recognize as southern varieties of plants. And you can definitely make a fantastic little floral flower wreath with some different leaves, some different vine and branches interwoven for structure, and absolutely beautiful flowers. And you go to Honora's room, and you can tell it's empty. There's not a sound within. But leaving it there on her door, it's, very likely will be appreciated later.
Yes, and then after that, she probably also would have grabbed a bath, eaten some breakfast, just kind of putzed around. Probably ended up in some sort of library ? If there is one. There's
a number of scrolls kept in a small library. Nothing too extravagant. It's not the owner of the household does not pride themselves on academic pursuits, let's say, but does still nevertheless have a number of well-known volumes. Nothing particularly archaic or interesting, but certainly the basics are there. A lot of philosophical writings of
anything that could be helpful to any of my compatriots.
Define helpful to your compatriots, because there's some histories, theological debates on the aspects of government being ruled by a absolutely divine and seemingly immortal person. The theological debates around how involved a god should be. A lot of debates on the actual wording of the Oath of Peace, and a number of philosophical texts from a number of schools, ranging from cynicism to empiricism, sophicism. I'm gonna blank on the rest of them, but there's a lot of philosophical schools that are covered, and you would recognize they're all from Mitros.
Yeah, she's just going to kind of casually look through them. If anything necessarily sticks out as far as kind of the Odyssey quest that we are on, not knowing that it's not something that's been done before, but anything that might outline something similar or a historical text of anything that we could use, she'll ask for permission to take it and even offer gold in place of to pay for it. But if not, no biggie. She's not super fussed one way or the other.
There's the older librarian and master of the scrolls will note that, we could have a copy made for you today if you wish. We have several scribes, and for you, I'd be free to provide it, of course, my lady. The chosen of the Oracle are always welcome here. The scroll you find in particular isn't necessarily relating to exactly your quest, because as far as you can tell, you're on this big independent thing. There's not, but there are a number of texts describing philosophers and historians and military commanders' opinions on what happens when the Oath of Peace ends.
Okay.
And what the immediate moves of the gods and any available military should be. That can give you a pretty good idea of people's opinions about what we should be doing.
Check. She will bow and accept that and still leave at least a gold.
You get a long head bow from him, and you are entirely too kind. Spirit away into his cloak.
Yeah, she will just kind of wink and walk out. She just and then try to find wherever.
Hmm.
She'll just wander around until people find her. Kind of being a nuisance, probably.
You'll have a small trail of attendants following you. Is there anything we could do for you? Fresh robes or
Nope. Good. You can actually
food?
go away. Nope. Solid. Thank you.
a bath?
And
We could draw a bath for you. We could comb your hair.
no. Definitely not that. I'm good. Y'all are great. Thank you. Okay, bye. And she'll walk into whatever the nearest room is to get away from them.
We have some
Why don't
wonderful
I-
bows.
Yes. We have new fragrances in from Mitros. Guaranteed
She's
to.
just silent on the other side of the door, just hoping she can hear footsteps walking away.
Why don't I ask the other two? What room has Defera entered into, and why are you both also there?
You shut the door and find yourself in the courtyard.
Just like outside.
I will open my eyes and see a courtyard and go, these fucking people follow you everywhere.
Turn my head on the other side of the pillow. I found it quite nice.
That makes fun of us.
Yes.
So where have you been this morning? Anywhere interesting?
Got a scroll. So, some reading materials for traveling, I suppose.
Wonderful.
You are obviously indisposed. Should we come back later? And I'm going to look at Calliope as if, like, this looks like an intimate moment that, like, I have just accidentally walked into. Like, you are getting a full body massage and she's just standing there watching. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't know that I should be here with this.
I give like a very like concurring glance back. Just it's like I don't know what to do here, man.
Completely misreading the situation. Do you want me to have them get another table?
Oh no, that's fine, Thronos. That's fine.
I didn't even know it was an option, to be fair.
There are
That's what I said. That's what I said.
so many good options. And let me tell you, they don't call this guy Hercules for nothing.
Okay, yeah. This is what we're doing?
Definitely a son of Pythor. We can send messages to the others.
Oh, no. I'm just a follower.
Yeah, a message on that note. And she'll just kind of like stand there. Is there like anything that she can do with her hands close by that isn't touching another person? Like she wants to be like eating something.
Oh yeah,
She's
there's
so
a food
anxious.
there's a
She's
food
gonna
tray
start
out.
There's a
Guzzling
servant
food.
there in a moment.
Yeah.
Sensing your need, a servant
They
appears
just like
with a
someone
tray.
pulls over with a food tray of small nibbles.
Yeah, and she'll just like handful and just uncomfortably, awkwardly just trying to keep herself like busy and not trying to make eye contact with anybody currently. Just obviously very uncomfortable with this, what feels like to her a very intimate moment.
All right, now take a deep breath in. And we're gonna push here. Yeah, all right, there you go.
Perfect.
Are they sure that's healthy?
I don't even care anymore.
Okay.
We've all studied the body to a full extent, Miss. We will take good care of your friend.
I'm sure you all know your way around one.
So, speaking of messages, could you, Hercules, could you send for a messenger?
Of course. Oh, quickly. Could you choose a scent, my lord, for the oils? And two pots are brought in front of you. One quite minty flavor, like a freshness to it. The other more lavender.
I was thinking just the plain olive oil would be fantastic.
Of course. And the guy will move off and get a third vial and he'll start, oiling you down. giving you a nice.
In between bites, DeFera will go, if Ponos was there, this would be a really good time for him to make a joke about an oiled bird. And she's just going to keep eating.
Yeah, he would make a joke like that.
I do find that I miss those comments now. It really didn't take too long. He brings a lot to our little group. It's interesting. Even though we swore the oath together, I'm thinking it more and more of our little group. I don't know. Not just alone anymore is nice. And I'll send a message out requesting an amulet of health be made.
The messenger nods and quickly turns and heads down, presumably to the Temple of Vulcan, to communicate to Mithril Forge to get that process started for you.
Perfect.
DeFera will also send a message thinking that Threnos was going to send a message to the rest of the group and then sent a message to get his thing made.
That was going to be next. I was going to ask you what we were going to tell them. Do we tell them we're here? I was going to establish that first. I knew what I wanted there, so I'm going to get that out of the way.
That's very good. Go for it then.
Okay,
I was going to say, she would definitely send for somebody if Threnos is just enthralled with a massage. So
the second messenger comes and Threnos goes, could you bring some of those olives stuffed with feta and garlic?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Yes, sir. Was there anything else we were supposed to do? So, the others, do we... Threnos will turn and lean on his elbow a little bit. So, do we invite them here? Do we just hang out until tonight?
Well, if we do invite them here, I feel like they will be drawn very similarly to how we all have. So that, I guess the question really is, do we want to spend the whole day here, or do we want to do something else?
I suppose we deserve a day off at this point, don't we?
Well, I do also think that until this evening, if the others wanted to come here and enjoy some of this stuff, we could leave and come back, right? Once we leave, DM, are we allowed to just stroll back in? Or once we leave, we're gone?
I have a hand stamp for the day.
Yeah, do we get a
you have your
a day
wrist
pass.
Yeah, you have your, the thing's gonna come on at 3 p.m. that everyone wearing a blue wristband must now vacate the bar. No, you not only sacrificed the great boar to Pythor, you also just saved his daughter, unbeknownst to the rest of the city. You're gonna be taken care of here. As far as the story and way of life can, recommend a more rustic, countryside, militaristic, take care of you. So, big burly men are in no short supply for cleaning. Oil is used as a scent. Thank you very much.
So, I guess we just have them come here and we relax for the day.
Works for me.
No, the messenger then, sir?
Yeah. A little to the
Just
left.
as you're on your side, just working into your abs. You've been hit a lot in the chest recently. I can tell.
Yeah. Very tight.
That's good. Makes you stronger.
At exactly that comment, DeFera will immediately look to the ground and continue to eat.
But another messenger will come and what message do I send to the Logit household?
Let them know we're comfortable here, taking the day off, and if they want to join us, they can, or stay with the Logits.
Of course, sir. And nods to the
Right?
both of
Is
you
there
and-
anything else we were going to tell him? Sorry, I've gotten so used to the answer and the running away so quick to do that.
I mean,
We
if
had-
you wanted to mention some of the perks so that they know what's happening, but you could
Oh,
also
that's
keep that a secret for yourself if you really wanted to.
The cookies at the Legit house are very good. Put that in the message.
Of course, sir. That
Works for me.
steps back one more step. Will there be anything else, sir?
No, this is nice.
Understood.
Back on his stomach. Readjust the towel.
And the messenger will bolt away. At the Legit house, shortly afterward, what does the situation develop to there? Are you all going to move out to the market or just hanging out here for the day thus far? What's your early morning after breakfast?
I think we try to find others. It's like, hey, I think we should go meet up with others and plan our plan of attack.
A plan of attack.
Yeah, just in case something bad happens, or if we need to do something else to make sure nothing happens to Honora.
Well, I was talking with Kara, and it sounds like the zealots shouldn't be too much of an issue. They shouldn't interfere anyway. And she'll kind of look around. Where's Ponos?
Oh, I thought he was with you.
I was been outside.
Oh. Yeah, and then I think I check back in the room, and I do see a big clump of furs and blankets and stuff. Hey, Bonos, are you gonna be waking up soon?
No.
Are you sure? We have, a big day ahead of us.
Yep.
Yeah, no, you should go talk to him. He likes you best.
I mean, no. If he's resting, just leave him.
All right. I guess the sacrifice isn't until the evening, right?
Right, so he'll have no excuse if he's tired.
Then should we go wander? Or we can hang out here all day.
You can hear a knock at the front door.
She'll just like, oh wait, watches. I can go to answer the door.
You'll see a messenger of the king stand at attention.
What does Pythor want now?
Pythor, I am not sent by Pythor, Lord Pythor, Miss Legit. I have been sent by Threnos to encourage you to make your way to Lord Pythor's castle for the day. They indicated they are taking the day off, and it is quite pleasant where they are.
We can take the days off?
I'm
Hey.
sorry. What?
They indicated they are taking the day off
Oh no. I heard you.
and are currently residents in the Lord's in the king's residence.
Uh-huh. Interesting. There's a whole thing happening, and they're just sitting around. And she's going to angrily start walking towards Pythor's palace.
Hey, what up? And then I think I go into the room and grab the clump and pick it up and take it with me.
I heard Ileana's angry footsteps. Some reason that isn't related to me, I know them by sound now, and I don't know why that would be.
So we better get closer, right? You'll need our
That's
help.
the last thing I want, ever. Oh, there hasn't even been time to lay up my tea.
Oh, shoot. Well, next time. As I then kind of like a baby, hold them up and just let me know when you're good to let you set you down as I try to catch up.
Okay, sure. Yeah, not yet. Perfect. So I had a super weird dream, and I don't know. I'll run it past you because, I mean, sure, why not? But
Okay,
so
go ahead.
So there were monsters, like in the sacrifice pit, right? Like, you know, big lizard boys and the two flying bins, and that's what everyone's expecting, right? They're there, going to chuck the girl in, and they're expecting monsters and flying people to come and do what those kind of things do, and that's not going to happen because, you know, we smushed them and each other, but that's fine, which is great, you know, bully for us. But all I'm saying is, if you'd booked tickets, which, you know, I'm guessing limited seating capacity for the sacrifice of the daughter of a god, you know, how much are those tickets going to be? You know, for the average fan, completely unreasonably priced. I don't know how you're meant to go and support your local monstrosity if you know, they get to the big one, get to the big sacrifices. You know, it could be 6,000 odd gold pieces up. So for the little man trying to pay out for this kind of event, and then if you're, you know, if they don't show up, if it's an absolute blowout one-sided affair, man, no one's happy with that, right?
Right.
These zealots, these, you know, I mean, Eliana's a religious type, and she is literally insane, like 90% of the time angry. And imagine if her god didn't show up for an event. Like, do you want to be there next to her while she's like dealing with that?
No, she would want to punch something.
Exactly, and we'd be closest. And I mean, she's like, I heard angry footsteps because someone told her she could have a day off. Imagine what would happen if an event got cancelled. Like, I don't want to. So all I'm thinking was, we may have royally screwed ourselves, which leads me to the conclusion. And I don't want to offend anyone, but that's not my problem if I do. So we got two bird folky people, right? They got wings and stuff. Do you think from a distance, if we slapped a fake beak on them and told them to just swoop in and rescue this girl, we could make it look like harpies and carry them away? If, you know, we like tied their hands to their wings, and I'm sure they can fly like that, right? They're the pros. We'll work out the details later. Maybe we'll put them on a wire. I don't know. But if we could stage, I'm sure they'd all be completely up for it. There'd be no problems at all. No one would be at risk, and we wouldn't have to deal with a giant crowd baying for monsters. If we are the monsters all along.
I think at one point, Leo raises his hand and it's like, but what if they, wouldn't we have to hide her from then on? Because they would think she'd be, you know, but now she's okay.
Well, see, that's the beauty of being the daughter of a god, I imagine, is so, you know, they throw you in the pit as a sacrifice. The monsters come out and you know, do monstery stuff, and then, yep, she's not there, so monsters are ticked. But hey, guess what? We liked your sacrifice so good that we gave it back. Just like when my family celebrates that gift-giving season, and no matter how many gifts I give, they love him so much, they give them all back.
Okay. We'll have to talk with the others because I'm not.
I mean, we could, but you know when we talk to the others and it gets really noisy and there's all these voices in the room and all these ideas, I think it would be better. See, Leo, you're clearly the sharpest tool in this box of dull, unused tools, and I don't know if we need to tell the others about. I think we can just make this happen, and then we'll look like the smart ones here. You know, we'll just solve the problem for everyone else. We don't need to muddy the waters. You understand this?
Yeah, well, yeah, I do like the help. But
See?
how would I put wings on myself? I don't think I can fly
Well,
yet.
I mean, we've got willing volunteers to have wings. I mean, they've already got wings, so they've essentially already signed up to the plan. If you think about it like that, because they wouldn't have got wings if they didn't want to, you know. So they're already involved.
Oh,
So we don't
okay.
need to ask permission.
Yeah,
Like, they're
totally.
already,
All right.
yeah, it all works out. Don't worry about it. We'll just
Okay.
make sure that they get in the pit. Like, you know, you're a big strapping young chap. I'm sure we can make this happen. And then they'll have to fly because otherwise they'll hurt themselves. And you know, no, they don't want that, do they?
No, of course not.
No. So if you throw them in, they'll have to fly. And then while they're down there, they might as well go and grab their friend who's chained to a rock because that's uncomfortable. And you know, you're a caring dude. We will care. They're not going to want her to be uncomfortable there, chained to a rock for no good reason. So they just unchain her and whoop, take her away into the sunset. Like, you know, we're helping a friend, we're helping our buddies, the crowd's happy, everyone gets a show. You know, I think it's the good thing to do. And you know, you and me, we like good things, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, we do.
Yeah, check out.
Are you awake
I
yet?
think, I'm certainly getting there. I think we've got a good plan. I think you've come up with an excellent plan. You know, great work on you. We keep it between ourselves, and we'll put it into action when the time is right. Good work.
Okay.
I'm
Okay,
just gonna doze a little bit here because I'm really worn out from all that listening to your excellent plan. So.
Yeah, no, of course. It's just, you know, there's a lot of there. No, it's fine. It's fine. All right.
Yeah, I thought it was
One,
fun.
two, one,
I
two,
thought
one,
it
two.
was fun.
And then, yeah, he keeps going up the stairs to the palace.
Certainly, shortly enough, the party can come together in whatever fashion. I think at this point, Threnos, you're sufficiently cleaned down and loosened up that the masseuses are no longer needed.
Stretch.
Tony caught that too. Thank you.
I did.
I did too.
I
did
super
too.
did.
I heard it. Thurnos will step away. Regular clothing back on. Come back out. Wings are flexing back and forth, like moving his arms because they move so fluidly. I hope they get here and enjoy this soon.
In the courtyard still, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, because landing at your feet's about to be a spear.
It's like Eliana came.
What the hells is all this?
What?
What? We have a whole thing to do. We have so many things we still have to do, and you're here in a lap of luxury for a day?
What are we going to do before tonight?
A multitude of things, Theranos. You can't just
example?
stay here and be doing... She'll just gesture. Whatever this was.
Servant moves to put another olive in your mouth.
Okay. Look, I already sent a message to Vulcan to get an amulet of health made for me. So I've done something today. Quite frankly, we've done a lot in the past couple days.
Sending
not
a
doing
message
anything
to the
else until
goddamn
tonight.
temple to Vulcan isn't doing anything.
It is on my list and has been checked off my list. I feel like I've accomplished something. But no, if you're this concerned, what are we going to do today? What do you recommend?
Well,
What do we accomplish before we have to oversee the sacrifice that's not going to happen today?
she's gonna take just a deep breath through her nose. Don't worry about it. I'll deal with it. And she'll grab her spear, whip off the dirt, and make her way towards the probably now cold trail outside. From when those little bastard children took the horn.
Definitely children.
The goat children.
The goatlings, yes. So the trail has been mostly cleaned. The temple itself seems to have been marked off, as if to say, like, this is important, please don't interact. And you remember it well enough. It was, bright, wine-filled steps. But you find yourself at the temple of the Dragonlords, shrine of Balmitra. Yeah, Dragon Shrine. What are you looking for?
I was just gonna start following from our OG trail.
Sure. Make me a survival check, just as you
Survival check. A 19.
Yeah, you're able to very clearly both remember and see small marks on the side of the stone here, as well as just some old indentations in the in the kind of gravelly path here of small hoof prints. And it leads you out in a similar way, down the stairs, out towards the eastern gate, over the top, and out towards what appears to be some vineyards, and what you understand in the distance to be a large wood. The old wood.
And a whole one wood, huh?
The oldest wood. But also old woods. So it's different.
About what time of the day would it be?
So I'd say right about now, with everyone completing their brunchy ritual stuff, it's probably around noon. Those of you going up to the courtyard will actually see a few priests of Sydon moving about, and looks as if they are preparing some kind of potus on the move.
They just get barreled aside like a set of pins at a bowling alley as like Leo charges through with Bonus on his shoulder, going, "Guys, be careful! Eliana's pissed."
Yeah, I'm
Like,
pretty
like,
sure
we're
I'm in
well
trouble,
aware.
and I
Too late.
don't know why.
I don't know. I assume that someone did something.
She threw a spear and then left in a huff.
Yeah, you got off lightly.
How are you guys doing? As I see Threnos glistening.
Defera's gonna mage hand a couple of the olives, and she's lazily sitting in this courtyard, reading a scroll, and is just watching all the chaos unfold.
Every once in a while, a new messenger will come, a new scribe will walk over and offer you a new copied down scroll.
you know, all things considered, pretty good. I think we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, that's great. So I had a dream. Well,
Yeah, perfect. The
Oh. Okay. No. Yeah. All right. Could I have some olives? And then I think he just goes and.
He would not the whole way up here. Just dream. I wouldn't worry. It's fine. We've talked it out. It's all good. So,
Is Eliana gone?
Oh yeah, she's
Okay, yeah, totally. All right, we just missed her.
probably for the best.
Yeah,
Quick
I'm
note.
afraid if I follow, we might get lost again.
Quick note for Eliana. As you're making your way down to the gate, there's a small notice board right under that. You can kind of see the bridge here at the northern bit there. There's a small notice board for people coming in. If sparing it even a brief glance, you can see a number of people writing about missing sons and daughters. Especially like they were here at the wine festival and have recently gone. Some are older. Just a number of people, a number of teenagers by their approximate ages appear to have been going missing lately.
And remind me, we heard about this when we first got in here, right?
It's one of the things that came up kind of in passing. Along with a number of other stuff, crazy storms in Mitros, Order of Sydon demanding more power in the city. A lot of hearsay about King Acastus and his revival of the Dragonlords, and how they all kind of like laugh at that and say, well, he does have dragons. So a lot, of course, about Princess Honora being a very effective leader, and probably, that you knowing some quieter gossip would probably hear, everyone likes Pythor, but yeah, the thing I need to draw your attention to again is there is an alarming amount of missing people's notices here. Just asking for any information. If they see here, please report. Please contact this person. So on and so on. But Leo, you were happy that Eliana was not here.
Oh, no. I was just deciding if I should still try to follow her or if I should just stay here. But if the group is lazing about, I think he grabs a bunch of olives and also just like plumps down after he, of course, gently puts Ponos down in his little blanket fort
Servants
thing.
will begin moving in with furniture to get you some reclining couches.
Is he going to put me down? This is a chaise like slid underneath.
Mm-hmm. Just it's like one of those couches you can
a chaise longue.
do a nice little lounge on.
It's a shame that Eliana's gone. I feel like she would be just the perfect person to ask about this dream that you talked about.
Yeah, but I guess she's the only one that doesn't want to take a day off. I don't know why. But yes, we do deserve a day off, right?
Wonder how long it would take for those three to work the knots out of her.
That's like some phrasing in there.
That whole thing with
most of the
them
phrasing.
has been phrasing after phrasing. Hell, even Ponos in bed was a whole phrasing thing. Just gut punch after gut punch of phrasing.
Just naturally very sexy. I cannot help this.
How about this? What's everyone doing with the rest of their day? Really quick.
Defera is absolutely going to corner Leo at some point and ask about the dream.
Oh.
I think yeah, like it's down a hallway or something when you just come up to him, and I think he's like, no, it was nothing. It's just an idea. But don't worry about it. We'll be fine. It won't happen till tonight. Wink.
Okay, your behaviors are very out of character for you.
What? No.
So you could just tell me the things like you have every day we've traveled with so far. You always say the things. So just say the things, Leo.
No, it's just I don't want to trouble you guys. There's just we were afraid about Eleonora and stuff, and so we came up with a plan to dress up Thranos and Calliope as maybe harpies or something, and sneak them into the pit, and then they would save Eleonora, fly away, and then the cultists would be like, "Oh, the gods have spoken. That she's okay. She'll live." But it was something you didn't have to worry about it. I'll take care of it. It'll be good. I just have to throw them over without them knowing, and then it'll all work out.
Uh-huh. And she is very quickly putting together that this is not a plan that Leo would have ever, because it goes against everything he's ever shared with her, like as far as like being nice and kind and like all of these things. And she'll go, Leo, really quickly, just between you and I, you could just even just like a finger on the nose. You don't even have to say a yes or a no. Did Ponos put this in your head? Did he put you up to this? Is this a Ponos idea?
No, Pono said it was my idea.
Okay, perfect. All right. I just appreciate you. Listen, here's the thing. You're an ideas guy, and we appreciate that. This one, I think maybe before we do things without consent, we talk to the owners of the wings first, right? Because they don't quite look like harpies, so there's gonna have to.
That's what I thought, but it was like, no, don't worry about it. And I was like, oh, okay, don't worry about it.
Oh, don't worry about it. Sure, we're gonna worry about it, and she will very quickly walk away. Thank you, appreciate you, and she'll just kind of like, I don't know if she's ever like been like physically affectionate with anybody, but as close as you would probably get would be like a squeeze on both of your arms, as if she was going to hug you, and then she was just like, ooh, and just like walks away, like very. And she's gonna go try to find Calliope.
Yeah, and I think he just waves, confused, and it's like, it should be fine, right? And heads off to wherever.
Yeah, Calliope's probably just wandering around the palace at this point, like maybe looking at like some of the artwork that's on the walls and stuff like that. Not too much else.
It's a very interesting palace because a lot of it is older, conquest of the Dragonlord stuff. This was originally the Archlander family, ran this place. So some of it does hearken to the settlers' conquest and the first wars and the destruction of the Gigans. It portrays Esther Archlander and Xander as these great heroes. I mean, it's got a lot of the classics of the dragons swooping in, very majestic. Then it switches to the five gods, a lot of statues there. A younger Pythor, clearly, sans beard, grappling with evil dragons and fighting what seems to be giant tentacles from the sea, very victoriously battling off armies, and a lot of Uncle Sam in the water, a lot of propaganda stuff. But it's militaristic at its core. A lot of glorious hunts and that kind of thing. Nothing really artsy or academic, as noted in the library as well.
The Pharaoh will walk up and tap you on the shoulder. Calliope, can I have just a few minutes of your time?
Hey, of course, anytime.
Yeah, okay. So, you know the dream that you asked about with Leo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go wait till he eventually couldn't keep it to himself, but I'm glad you asked.
Yeah, I just asked him. Well, it seems that Ponos has told Leo that it was his dream or his idea. I'm not quite sure or clear how the conversation went, but it involves some sort of plan that includes dressing you and Threnos up as harpies, tossing you towards the pit for you to carry Anora out to safety and save the day? Question mark at the end of that. Gonna be honest. Here's the thing. And I dread saying this out loud, so I'm saying it quietly to you where no one else can hear. And she will definitely look around to see if anyone else in the group is around. I think I understand what the idea is or why, because we did kill the items or the monsters that are supposed to be attacking the young girl. So that could be problematic. But also, I don't know that it needs to involve tossing you guys as dressed up harpies to fix it. But it is something to think about, so I have to give Ponos the credit there. But don't tell him that part, obviously.
No worries there. No worries there. Because I'm going to try not to be too upset, because I don't think they really know the whole implications of, kind of lumping sirens and harpies together. I don't think they really know, so I'm not going to get too mad about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they really know how this works.
Right.
Either. I don't know if you've noticed, but we can't always fly all the time. So it would, on at least for Thronos and I, more days than not, be just like throwing any of the rest of us off of that cliff.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, we gotta find Ponos, and Threnos, and Eliana, because they are also gone. Anyways, I just wanted you to know, if Leo approaches you with what looks like crafted beaks, or some sort of costuming, I think it's part of the plan. I did mention consent. He was agreeable to that. But I feel like maybe we should, just figure this out.
I agree. I appreciate you telling me that, so I wouldn't, get surprised.
Mostly. Yeah.
Thurnos did mention something last night. I didn't think too much of it, but thought that you seemed a little quieter lately. And I know that that last fight was a lot. Is everything going okay?
I mean, I killed him on accident. So
Well, you didn't
there's
kill
that.
him.
Well, kind of. I think I did. I mean, I was going to ask you the same question. That was a kind of bold move at the end. There, are you okay?
I think I'm still figuring that out. I mean, I was even a little surprised at how angry I got there. I mean, I don't know, like what can you say when, harpies like that can just fly or sing at will and do pretty awful and merciless things, arguably, when, Threnos and I are groundbound a lot of the time. I mean, what are we supposed to think? I personally don't think they deserve those wings, quite honestly.
I don't think I disagree. Doesn't take away how an action might still be uncomfortable to remember doing.
Yeah, well, I mean, can't exactly be undone.
Yeah, this is true. So,
I don't know.
We just keep moving forward, I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
And she will start to kind of like walk away in whatever direction it appeared Calliope was still going, to like walk with her. But also keeping an eye out for any of our other comrades, especially Ponos, because she's like, I have a conversation that I need to have with that guy.
Oh, HP, I think you're muted.
Ponos, before they get back, you need to have one of these massages.
I will at some point, but I unfortunately have to be somewhere else that's not here currently. I need to. I will book one, but I need to head to the amphitheater because I just realised I never apologised to that guy for popping his suit. Remember that whole sliding down the stairs on the shield, and then these mouthy student types, and we got on the stage, and then I with the muscle suit, and then we met, a god who you thought we should do. It was a long time ago, but I never apologized. I need to go see that guy. I feel really bad about it, so gonna go see him at the theatre, where the costume and props are, and I will be back for a massage later at an undisclosed time.
You could send a messenger.
Yes, but I feel it'll be a lot more personal coming from, a hero, a chosen of the gods themselves.
I bet they'll put together a really nice gift basket to go with the messenger.
We'd be more
Well,
than
see,
happy
I
to.
don't want to come
together-
across as putting these folks beneath me. If I give them a gift basket that is far nicer than anything they could provide themselves, I don't want to come across as, throwing my weight around. Whereas I think a nice personal visit and maybe some complimentary theatre tickets to the event this evening may make them slightly more forgiving to our cause. So I think that would definitely help. So I'm going to skedaddle, and you keep it Ooh, almost glowing. Fancy.
I'll let him. If anybody asks, I'll let him know you went that way.
I mean, you don't need to. It's fine. I'll see you later.
All right, Ponos. Where are you going?
I'm going to the costume department at the theatre.
Easy enough. Making your way through town.
You know, if they've got enough for a big muscle suit for guys, I presume they're going to need monsters, or will have at least masks or something, some form of something we can definitely bolt together for this plan.
The performance of the tragedy of Esker Arklander certainly had some harpy performers.
Perfect.
Harpies. But of course, the person. Yes, could I help you?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked because I do need that. I need your help, and
You're not here to ruin another suit, are you?
Well, I thought about it. I really did think about it because, God, that show was awful. But then I realized that it was not your performance that was ruining it. In fact, I think it was a reaction that I was trying to save your dignity by ending the show then and there. But I have come to a moment of enlightenment that it was not your doing that ruined such a wonderful performance, but in fact, the budget constraints around the believability of some of these creatures, particularly the what are those flappy bird folks called? What are they in there with the
Sirens, sir?
No, the other the monstrous ones, the ugly ones.
Harpies.
Those see, now they just weren't believable enough for me. I think that was the core issue with it. I was talking with some academics in the audience who had to point out several times the nature of the beast, and I just found it incredibly hard to get into the mindset. Whereas your performance, now that nurtured a very physical reaction to me where I had to leap on the stage and join the action. I mean, you can't say fairer than that performance. Whereas these beasts, these monstrosities, they get no such reaction. And I think that is our core issue. I have come to solve that for you. As a gesture of goodwill, I'm here to collect the costumes that have been used for the what did you say they were called?
Harpies, sir.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, I do keep forgetting. Well, I'm here to collect the costumes for the harpies and take them not here.
Why don't you make me a persuasion check with a +3 for your current level of fame?
Whoa. That's 24.
I'll have them prepared for you, sir. And he certainly enough gets, we'll turn around and coordinate with some assistants, and they'll bring out a small box for you.
This is perfect. I will. You can collect them from the old Pythor's temple when they're done and dusted with. Probably, I would say, tomorrow morning. So don't worry about it. They'll be back there for then, new and improved, and ready to go. And say, why going to, as a treat, round up the cast, the crew, the guys that work behind the bar, and head down to the old sacrificing pit this evening. You know, we're all going down with some guys, the heroes, and it'd be really great to see you all there.
You'll forgive me.
Got some real harpies. It'd be real good to have some comparisons, some contrast. Maybe bring your dramaturg down, and they'll be able to actually sort of envisage what we're going for here. I think that would be perfect.
Forgive me, sir. We aren't in the habit of watching our princess die.
Yeah, well, it'll be one of those moments. You'll remember where you were when you saw the princess die. You know, that's all right. Well, I'm going to go now. So, You,
Yes, indeed. Enjoy the
Hey,
rest of your day.
I have enjoyed this almost as much as the first time we met. By
As have I.
man, being a hero is just about literally making the little people's day. Perfect.
Hmm.
Man of the people.
Well, with that, as you return to, I suppose, the palace, the rest of you, Eliana, where are you going to be at?
The sacrifice was when the moon was highest, or
The sacrifice is going to be at night, and the
Okay.
full moon.
She was trying to follow that godforsaken trail, probably until near dusk.
Sure, you can make your way out into the vineyard.
Obviously, if there's a bunch of not great army people trying to murder all of Astoria out scattered about, she's gonna kind of keep her distance.
So this path is protected by the mountain range. It kind of goes east and southward, but you'll primarily be walking through some small vineyards, with one particularly large one, it seems, in the distance. But before we get too much into that, I think now would be a great time for us to take a break, as the sun is probably cresting down towards the afternoon, making your way out there on the night of the sacrifice. We will be right back, so be sure to keep it locked right here as we find out how this all plays out in what is proving to be more of an inter-party drama than I expected. But it should be a lot of fun. HB, please put us in intermission. Welcome back, everybody. Yeah, sync clap. We are back with more Oathsworn, and we're going to jump in with Eliana, making your way through the vineyards. You've managed with your role to secure a fairly good trail, following along where it looks like various fence posts have been jumped on and cracked, and general small bits of mischief fitting the goatlings. Forgetting the word for it, but their typical demeanor. Easily enough, following it down this singular road, and you can see in the distance the forest ever encroaching before you hear a voice call out to you. Oi! You're heading to the old wood!
Yup.
And an older man, probably around 60, but still fairly well built, hair graying, but in a short military cut, so that, if he were going to be losing it any time soon, he likely wouldn't show it at this point. Steps over. Don't suppose I could trouble you to look for someone in there while you were rooting about?
Who'd you lose?
He looks a bit... My daughter, Corinna. She disappeared a few days ago. Maybe about a week now. And I'm good in the woods, used to serve with the king, but I couldn't find a head or tails of her.
I'll keep an eye out. What does she look like?
Well, like me, of course, but keeps her hair short and blonde. slim build. I'm trying to get some more muscle on her, but I know. Kids. And I just don't know. Usually she wouldn't be so silly as to go running off into the woods. She knows how dangerous it is in there. I've told her plenty of times.
Yeah, I'll look for while I'm there.
If you do, I'll make it worth your while. I don't have much gold, but I'm a Phobos. And I could probably find a family artifact or something to give to you. Be worth your while.
I don't do this for reward.
All the same, I wouldn't feel comfortable you risking your life in there for no reason.
Well, that is your prerogative. You said her name was Corinna?
Yes, with the C.
Okay.
Thank you. Good travels. I need to get back to plowing. Fields won't work themselves. At least not yet.
Right.
And he'll turn and get back to pushing along the oxen cart. If you
And she'll-
wanted to
Yep.
know more about the Phobos name, you can make me a history check. Or, if this is just
13.
Reason Phobos is one of the original Dragonlords. That's just something that
Oh,
pings in your head. Don't remember much about her, but oh yeah, shit. Phobos is a really big family name. Like Arcolander or Neurodragon.
Oh shit.
And honestly, you've been around for a while. Theracles Phobos used to be one of the Pythor's top military advisors before kind of famously retiring and turning the sword into a plowshed.
Oh.
But right now, he just seems to be a concerned father.
Yeah. So she's gonna kind of continue with a little more fervor, trying to get as much ground covered as she can with the time that she has.
Mm-hmm.
Is there still a trail from the goatlings?
Oh yeah, with your role as you move further down the vineyards and past the Phobos vineyards specifically, that seems to be the largest and final in this line. And it seems largely undisturbed dirt and mud. Give you a clear indication from what you can see, at least. They are heading towards the Old Wood. How much further? I'd say you could probably just begin to get into the woods by the time the sun is hitting the horizon. And obviously it gets quite dark in there with the thick tree coverage.
Yeah, I don't have that yet. Because I know they're gonna go to the sacrificing pit at the Thunderdome. this Sunday. I'm just gonna stop that joke. So knowing that, and does the trail seem to mess up when it starts getting into the old woods with the goatlings, or what goes?
With your high enough roll, you can tell it's a little bit harder to keep track, but you can still spot a few indications. Some old spilled wine stains on trees. Those things never come out. And some hoof marks and scratches here and there. You're tracking what appears to be a small, rowdy bunch of goatlings. They're leaping off of things and clacking into each other and pushing around.
And I don't happen to hear any, do I?
No, you do not. Just the variety of late afternoon aviaries and other nocturnal callers.
All right. As much as it will pain her to leave now after knowing she's got a child to look for, she will take her adamantine spear, make a small marking into a tree, one that'd be noticeable for her if she was just to look, but not so much to be like, oh, weird, something's just destroying the shit out of the trees, don't call the Lorax. And then make her way back, hopefully trying to just dodge the guy. She's like, I want him to see
It's
me,
late
just-
afternoon. He'll be in his home.
Okay. Yeah,
But
I'll make my way.
you can cover your face if he starts coming around. Yeah.
Well, I mean, my helmet does that, but just physically trying to make myself not noticeable. As I make my way to the Rock of Astor.
Sure. Everyone else, what's your late afternoon? As Panos, you're returning to the palace with a small trunk in your arms.
I like to imagine that both Defera and Calliope are just kind of waiting in one of the doorways, just arms crossed. You have some splaining to do, sir.
He just gets into the courtyard and just, I can hear angry footsteps again. Oh no.
We're not even walking. We're just looking
You
at
hear the
you.
tapping, the crossed arms and the tapping foot.
And then I think
Where have you been?
As you scurry in, I think Leo comes and finds you, and he has this satchel with him, and is like, hey, and looks around and kind of pulls out this little weird house-looking thing. It's like 2 crackers with a bunch of cheese on it, and it looks like a beak, and then it has an olive on a thingy, so it has a nose, so you can tell which way is the right side up. And he's like, so I've been working on this all day, and I think I have
Perfect lunch.
most
That's
of
exactly what I needed. Crunch.
Okay.
Here, I got some stuff for you, and I'm just gonna heft the chest. I can barely lift it. It's half dragged. There's,
That's why it
huge
took you so
gouge
long, yeah.
marks up the street where he's dragged it up.
Yeah, I just
But
gingerly pick it up.
Yeah, it's just no effort for you. Oh right, well.
Yeah, I think I open it and say, "Oh, these are better costumes," and closes
I
it.
followed your advice and I found them.
Sweet, thank you. Always so helpful.
Thrynos doesn't
try
want to
my
miss
best.
this. He lifts a cucumber off of his eye and takes a bite out of it so he can see what's going on.
Mikros will enjoy the rest of your homemade beaks while your back is turned. I don't know why. I don't know why we're so focused on these beaks. We should be finding eggs.
We'll get to it. We just, have to hang out we're just taking a day off. Don't you know how to take your days off?
I work very hard, you see, to keep my nose out for eggs.
All right. Well, I work very, very hard too, but not for eggs, for other.
Well, then
stuff.
you're not working hard enough. Everything should
I
be
could
for
really do with an
eggs.
egg in this trying time.
See, he makes sense of it. To be clear, everyone else cannot understand Negros. This is like
Just a cat meowing at me.
this is basically like a small dragon, a pseudo dragon, like on his shoulder, like purring, and just. Anyway, get on with it. I'll be munching on this as he drags the cone up onto your shoulder and like onto your backpack. So, carrying the trunk, I believe you run into Eliana and not Eliana, Calliope and Defer.
Hey guys, what's going on? As he hides the chest behind him. Kinda.
No, I was gonna ask the same thing. What you got there?
Some crackers.
That's a lot of crackers.
They were handing them out, so why not?
That whole trunk just.
Oh, the trunk. He says,
Could you speak up just a little? I can't quite hear you.
They're costumes.
Costumes. Yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm. What are they costumes for, Leo? And she will look at Ponos directly.
Yeah.
She will say Leo's name and immediately. Yeah, Leo. Explain what the costumes are for.
I think at this point, he like his face is very expressive, like as he turns to Ponos, and then turns to Defera, and then turns to Ponos, and he's like, yes, Ponos, as he kind of just brings the chest to his front, and kind of it's for a thing. It's for a thing that you guys don't need to worry about. Remember, Defera? Wink.
Nope.
Did you just say wink?
No. It's just I'm holding the chest, so
he couldn't wink. He had to say it.
Yeah. Ponos, what are you doing? What is the game plan? Mm-hmm. I'm asking.
I just have a cracker beak that Leo had been rustling up. I thought I would try. I don't think I've ever tried Leo's home cooking, and I thought, why not wait for my day off that I can give it my full and undivided attention? So I think, as a service to Leo, we should let him get on back to the kitchen where he was going, and we should all enjoy a nice spot of lunch. It's getting fairly late in the day. You're going to want a big appetite for when we go and rescue the, Bing Bam Boom.
Yep, Bing Bam Boom.
Bing Bam Boom, off you go.
It's like 4 p.m.
Mm-hmm. We ate lunch. We're good. So,
you're going to really regret it later. You wouldn't want to hurt Leo's feelings now, would you? I'm sure he'd be really upset if you didn't try any of his lovely food. You've never had a cracker so mouth-watering in all your life. Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Or at all. But, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Just waiting for you to say something worth something here, Ponos.
I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah, just elaborating.
No, go ahead.
Elaborating on this rescue that's going to happen, considering We know there isn't going to be imminent danger tonight.
No, why would there be? We've already taken care of it. Everything has been taken care of.
But yeah, I think at this point, Leo breaks down and he drops the chest. He's like, "I'm sorry," and then opens it. Like, we had this great plan, and we were going to dress you up in harpies, and then we were going to sneak you up onto the stage, and you guys were going to fly away with the princess, and we'd get a standing ovation, and we'd charge everyone a lot of money to be at the stands. It would be what? No, yeah. It's a great plan. Yeah, no, yeah. I'm glad I thought of it. And then yeah, like, you guys wouldn't have to worry. I would do everything. I tried to make something out of crackers. It didn't work, but Ponos brought me this, and so if you give me a few minutes, I will have your costumes ready soon.
So better snack up on some crackers for your big performance. You should go and take care of that right now. We need to go and fix your dressing rooms. So take care. And turn to leave.
No. I will stop Ponos from leaving.
Yeah, DeFera will absolutely step in between any doorway in Ponos. 100%.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't think myself or Threnos are, super cool with not talking with us at all beforehand with this, and even if we had talked about it and things were cool, there are some holes in that plan. I don't know if you've been able to tell already, but Threnos and I can't fly all the time.
Sure,
very
I assume you're
dependent.
saving it for crucial moments.
No, that's not how that works.
Oh, so you just use it whenever you want?
No,
Oh.
depends on how we feel.
So if you feel like you need to fly, you can.
Okay, we're getting warmer.
Right.
So you're not like harpies then?
No.
Exactly,
Not at all.
Leo. That is a fantastic lesson to learn. So harpies can fly all the time. They can sing all the time, and we're not going to get too much into it. But the fact that they do horrible things with it, that's their prerogative.
They also prefer to lure you to your doom and eat your liver raw.
Yeah, which we saw a little bit of in our little scuffle with them. They're merciless. So, with Thronos and I here, with sirens, I'm hearing an echo again. Okay, with sirens, we can only fly if we're feeling happy, if we're feeling joy. Otherwise, we are entirely groundbound.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you're going to put on an amazing show. Everyone's going to love it. You'll have a huge audience. You'll be saving the print. Oh, you're gonna feel so great. You're gonna fly so good, so good. It's gonna be just. I can't wait to see.
And
you
I promise.
You're gonna be great.
And I promise I'll ask before I throw you onto stage. I was told to ask before I do
ask for
that.
more than that.
I probably could have flown until I heard this plan.
Exactly.
See. Well,
This
we
throne
thought
was just
about
like
it, and
that in a.
majority vote said that we should definitely go with the plan. 100% of the people we asked thought it was a great plan, right, Leo?
Yeah, I thought so.
So far,
But no, but we need
sampling
to
pool
check
is
with
very small.
everyone. Yes, no.
Well, yeah, let's say 100% of the people we asked.
Yes, and somehow that's only sounding like Leo.
Well, I trust Leo, don't you?
Let's just cut to the chase and say this is not going to happen.
Conversation we can have is that we do have a bunch of cultists that might be upset that their creatures are now missing. But that doesn't mean that our friends need to go hurtling into a pit.
I mean, I
because of
thought it was
that.
the way Leo described it was a very quick, easy, and efficient way of appeasing everyone at once, so we can carry on with finding the big horn. Because if there's anything that ticks me off more than weird goat people, then I don't know what that is. They're real
Mhm.
tricksy.
So let's come up with a different idea on if things go south by any sort of chance that doesn't involve dressing our friends up and tossing them into a pit.
What I'm hearing here is the plan itself needs work, but the basis, the framework, the initial concept is solid.
Solidly a bad idea, yes.
I thought we were getting somewhere.
I'm sorry, guys. I really thought it was a good idea, but
Well, you
that's
can't
why we
be
have to talk.
perfect all the time, Leo.
True. Hoping for next time.
At this moment, Eliana, you can turn back around your path from the Temple of the Dragon. And enter into the courtyard as you can hear, all of you hear the doors to this courtyard swing open. The procession opens with two members of the Order of Sydon leading the way. Large torches held forward, the third eye painted on their chest. Followed by another set, then two members in what appears to be a kind of dragon scale armor, or at least with dragon scales painted onto it, and what you can assume is the Order of Sydon. As expected, there are 8 members, the head of which is Commander Gaius himself, standing in front of Princess Lenora. She appears resolute in a fully white robe. And they begin proceeding past you all, down towards the city. Without a word, small hymns can be heard from the back of the group as more priests and members of the order slowly chant off prayers to Sydon. You can look up and watch the stars beginning to shine, but heavy cloud cover getting to move in.
Well, it looks like it's begun.
Yeah, but we're not ready. I think Leo kind of starts trailing behind them in a hurry.
I guess we follow and watch from a distance and make sure nothing goes poorly.
Yep.
It's not too late to get in costume.
Thrynos' wings will flex and then hang a little limper than they were earlier today.
I'm going to also remind everybody, when everyone gets down to the pit, we just left all the bodies there. So
I'm pretty sure we sunk them.
Yes, you
All
sunk.
of them, even the harpies?
I mean, I didn't deal with any harpies, but I sunk
Or-
the
Yeah,
biggies.
Yeah.
we made sure to
I know the
you know,
basilisks were sunk,
yeah,
but I
we
didn't
made
think
sure
the
to
harpies.
add some rocks and
Okay,
Good
so
spot.
Okay.
You committed all the bodies to the River Arcalot.
okay, good. I was gonna say because I'm pretty sure the harpies. I couldn't remember them, but I remember the basilisks. Okay,
Well, there's no wings to identify them as harpies.
good. True
God.
facts.
Anyway,
So many crimes.
if you are beginning to follow, you join this grim procession slowly through the city. You see the citizens, refugees, locals, visitors. Not quite every race represented here, but certainly a good majority of the settler races, as well as a number of some natives stand and watch. Some joyful, many more mournful. As Princess Honora walks by, many throw petals at her feet. Other greenery, grasses. Some people try to rush forward and are quickly shoved back either by the Astorian Guard or the Order of Sydon themselves. The guards are much kinder in their handling of those who attempt to interject than the Order is. There's not any direct violence, thankfully. Only minor cuts and scrapes. But the point is made. This is going to occur whether the city wants it to or not. And you follow towards the Rock of Estar in the River Arcalon. Gaius and his knights lead Honora through the ford and move her to the chains. The priests taking up positions at the rock cliffs you scaled yourselves not too long ago. With some difficulty, given that there was a minor collapse, but such things are natural with waterside rock formations, of course. Where are you all setting up? Because the viewing platforms, as they were, are going to be full of priests and the Order. But you can still find a decent view on the road down or closer to the river itself.
And they're already taking Order down, right? We can't like do anything to maybe take their place or anything.
Approaching them now, it would have to be a very strong argument to get yourself also placed with her. As you recall, the offer was you all collectively can go in her place. But if one of you wants to throw yourself onto a rock, it would take some negotiation and fast talking negotiation as well, because you've seen several people attempt to take me instead and receive the butt of a sword for their trouble.
I think Theranos' best place would be somewhere close enough to the viewing platform occultists to watch what they're doing. Within approximately 120 feet. That's a range of 5, right?
Big same.
Of course, yes. I need to know exact distances here. That's exactly the mood I'm going for. No.
Yeah, like I also try to hang out as close as possible to keep an eye to make sure everything's okay.
It's not impossible to get a view of the Rock of Esther without being on the viewing platforms themselves. They just provide the most immediate. But getting close, those of you with keen enough ears You can hear Gaius motion with his hand and put a and prick his own thumb, and seems to draw on her forehead a third eye. As one of you keenly knows, is a representation of Sidon's own physiology. And he'll look up at the sky, loudly proclaim, "You are now offered a sacrifice to appease the Lord of Storms. Remain here until the sun rises. If you step away from this rock, the city will suffer the wrath of Sidon himself." As if to accentuate his point, you see on the other side of the river a band of centaur, led by a particularly well-armored one, with banners showing the mark of Sidon. Observe. A large cyclops behind them, and they wait. They don't make a move. They simply appear on the other side, scratch at the ground, and stand at a military rest, if it can be called that, with 4 legs, you know.
Kind of seeing them in full view, Thrynos will move up to some visible place at the edge
Certainly possible.
and kind of take a look down and take a look up at the sky, and then perch on the rail in a similar at rest, being visible, seen position.
Of course. You'll actually hear a voice behind you all. I think that's Baynor, leader of the army. And it's Kira's behind you all. I mean, don't have to listen to me. He just has that kind of face, you know, like a Baynor. You can tell the beard, it's long. Baynor face structure.
Trying to look imposing up here.
Of course. Yeah, here. And she'll like poke you in the forehead and then like push down your brow. Looking good. Pythor's not gonna come down. I can't tell if he's because he's gonna cry or because he's already partying. But he sends his best. And now we wait, I guess.
Now we wait.
And wait you do. You look up, the sun disappearing on the horizon. Clouds now fully covering the sky, aside from the full light of the moon. Surprising, honestly. Some of you might draw it might draw your attention to how the moon is present on such a cloudy night, and you see what can only be the shape of an eye in the clouds. So Sidon himself is witnessing these events. And you wait. And you wait. And you wait some more. The priest slowly swaying back and forth in prayer, expecting movement any time. You see the Order of Sydon standing perfectly still at military attention. An hour passes. Anyone do anything?
The pharaoh's gonna sit down as if like at a parade.
Same.
You can all find yourself probably a cliff above that you've got some good, you have a kind of everyone can see you situation, so you can definitely sit off the side and, you know, hang your feet off.
I think Leo is just standing, always at the ready with his shield and stuff.
Thrynos will say
And-
just a little too loudly, Seems Sidon is disinterested.
A light breeze falls through, pushing along the river. And another hour passes. The centaurs across the larger group the core leadership seems to continue their stance, but the larger group begin to look around, concerned. You see them shifting side to side with a bit more anxiety. The priests keep up their chant below you, the light providing some illumination for those of you not blessed with the ability to see in the dark. And another hour passes. And another hour. And now, just around stroke of midnight, nothing has occurred. And it seems the entire procession is at a standstill. Everyone patiently waiting. Groups slowly becoming more anxious. Priests, you can see below you, the priests begin to look at each other through their prayers. The parting in the clouds has not moved, but certainly enough. Nothing occurs.
What's Sonora been doing this entire time?
Standing at the rock, chained, waiting. But she does seem to turn up an ear towards the cliff, only breaking her dead eye towards the Order of Sydon for a moment, as you can hear a singular rustling of feathers. As all of you can clearly see in the moonlight now, a lone harpy circling above. This seems to inflame the procession somewhat, a sign, though perhaps not a child, of Sydon. Soteria certainly appears to be offering some aid. And they incorporate more dual Titan verses, speaking not on merely Sidon's accomplishments, but that the glory of the twin Titans. Encouraging this, the centaurs now quite anxious appear to be readying as this begins, as you can hear the harpy calling out for something that's not responding. And it circles for a good while. What's everyone's mood at this moment?
Leo is very anxious.
Double tense.
Theranos will say, and if one Titan proves impotent, you beg for the other. Tell me, Gaius, is it what you expected?
Yeah, it's literally exactly what I expected. That's why I planned for this.
You get no response from the commander, but please pose, go on.
Under his bear skin, he's going to pull a harpy mask from the dressing up box and go, I'm going to have to deal with this myself. And it's going to try and slip back into and around the outside of the perimeter. To where there looks to be a way to climb down, if any kind of rocky outjuts in the side of the pit. How have we got down there last time?
You went down by the main road, which is of course accessible. But could you please make me a stealth check while you do it?
Yeah, very
And-
stealthy.
The rest of the group, please note your passive perceptions and see if you'll notice this. Or, I think that's everybody. With a 5, I believe that would be everybody will notice Ponos beginning to slip away and put on a...
DeFera will go abso-fucking-lutely not sit back down.
Can't have been for me.
Ponos now.
Now, and then he'll sprint down the road.
She will get up to tackle him.
Make me make me some athletics. Anyone else wants to join in whatever way they wish.
Oh,
-1.
Oh no.
oh my
You
God.
take off down the road and you're putting the mask on and you catch a rock unknowingly and like a newborn deer on legs just end up losing all balance and crushing the mask you made for yourself. And DeFer, you can easily grab a hold of his bear skin and begin like just getting him pinned down.
While he is pinned, I am going to lean in as close to his ear as possible. And I'm going to kind of like shake my hood so that just a couple of the snakes kind of pop out a little bit and they're kind of like hissing lightly. And I'm going to whisper, Ponos, I will ask only one time. Sit your ass down and wait until we go as a team and act like you give a fuck. Please don't make us hurt you. And I will like roughly let go of him and then just
He's going to sit up and brush all the dust and bits of rocks and stuff out of his fur, of his haunches, and just kind of dejectedly try and unhook the mangled mask from his horns and the bare mouth and the pokey bits of crown, and just kind of take it all off. Takes off the crown, takes off the bear skin, takes off the mask, just sets it all down on the ground, and just hugs not his knees because they'd be backwards. I don't know.
You can pull it. You can pull in your thighs certainly enough.
Yeah, sure. However that works. And we'll just sit.
Anyone else doing anything at this moment?
DeFera will sit next to him. Not even aggressively at this point. She's just sitting back down.
He was sitting there menacingly. But anyway, Calliope's eyes have not left that harpy. They've just been trained on it the entire time.
That's convenient. Because it dives. Straight down towards Anora, letting out a final screech as if expecting some final bit, of perhaps of annoyance, honestly, going down, and lands, approaching menacingly towards the princess. She calmly stares at it, stepping further away with the chains. Harpy continues to approach, its clawed hands at the end of its wings, reaching out in one quick strike as it misses the princess. And in that small, briefest of moments, Anora slips behind it. Chains wrapped around its neck, and she presses and pushes it down with her full weight. She is not a large person. She is 16 years old, but goddammit, she is the daughter of the god of strength and battle. And in this moment, she proves it. And she pulls and pulls and pulls and holds as this harpy lets out one final gasp. And struggling. I got you, Tony. It tries and grabs at the restraints around it and just seems to somehow slip. Because some things are predetermined. And Enora will not die. As this thing lets out a final raspy breath that any of you can hear. And she holds it for a while, sensing a lack of pressure, or at least you guess she does, as she just turns up towards the procession above her. Breathing heavily, she waits, and eventually releases the pressure and stands back at the rock.
Thrynos will use the volume of his enthralling voice and start singing a well-known hymn of Pythor. Something everyone would know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's plenty of drinking and battle songs for Pythor. Let me see if I can draw one up. But sensing that, Kira will immediately begin accompanying and will like motion for Calliope. Like,
Yep, we harmonizing. We
Mhm.
harmonizing in this event.
And it's just gonna be kind of a fuck it, like a zoom, 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 zoom. Oh, we bested all the Titans from here, from the Heartlands to the east. We smashed them from the seas, and then we smashed them to a piece. Many have fallen, and many more shall join their pack. But the dragons go flying on. You know, it's yeah, it's a bit of a honest, like a small little party kicks out, and why don't you all make me a performance check with advantage because you have Kira supporting. I'm a member of the Pythor crew.
Yeah.
I'm a strong boy and a hard one too. Up in the morning, fighting all day.
Can I get some love from chat real quick?
Oh no, I still haven't used my disadvantage from chat.
I could use some chat love on that.
How dare you do this to me, Tyne? How dare you do this?
All right, that gets me 8.
Okay, 14. 14 with disadvantage, not bad.
Oh wait, I forgot. I have advantage. That's the second roll.
Singing the same old song.
Okay, that's 15 then.
If you're rolling at advantage, then heck, once you take just a normal roll, so you get an 18.
Oh, thanks.
Got your back, Jack.
Dope.
I'm a member of Pythor crew.
Oh, no, it's not happy enough.
What have you done to me?
I'm a member of the Pythor.
I'll find one. But you all sing loud and proud this prayer to Pythor, and you'll actually begin to hear a continued chorus from the city behind you as the whole city quietly joins in behind you, getting louder and louder and louder till you can hear the wall from behind the walls, just this massive following. Why don't I just play this? As it grows louder and louder and louder, and Enora continues to stand at this rock, dead harpy at her feet. And another hour passes. The centaurs growing more restless, the priest looking distraught. The cloud's not parting, except for the one eye that hovers, but unless anyone has anything else to do, the dawn rises.
I would say the closer to dawn it gets, the more party-like the atmosphere is.
Mm-hmm. Slowly becoming more and more raucous and wild. You'll actually begin to see some people come around and see the princess still alive. And at first it's just some soldiers. You guess agents of Pythor come to see the results, and they run back. And it just, as the dawn rises and news begins to spread, the entire town, the entire city is erupting. And Gaius and the Order of Sydon move down from their observing platform and unchain Enora. He looks at her in the eye as she's being unchained and gives her but a solitary nod as he offers her hand to forward her across the river. She refuses, of course, marching back into her city. As she does, he turns up towards you all, looks across all of you. There isn't rage. He's not an angry person. But you can feel the hatred. You might understand what you've done, but he knows it was you. And as you dance about playing music, there is nothing but a quiet contemplation as he turns to his troops and marches off towards the centaurs to converse with their leader. What's the plan? As Enora is walking up the steps.
I think I begin to follow, and I'm assuming the rest of the party follows as we head into the city. And I think at that point, Leo calms himself as the situation is seemingly over.
Question.
Yes.
Was it Gaius that was butthurt, or was it Enora?
Gaius is butthurt.
Yeah.
Okay, because I thought it was Enora being pissed. I'm like, what the fuck?
No.
That's
Enora simply stiffed Gaius the hand to ford the river again, doing it on her own. But yeah. Oh wait, that's not the right one. Gotta get the Astoria vibes back, because unless you guys stop her before, Enora will enter the city to a raucous crowd. Perhaps before some singing occurred, they might have taken the morning to slowly hear the news. But thanks to some particularly skilled bardic work, news has spread fast. And as you enter with the princess, the Thralls throw themselves at your feet. And of course, there is a massive man pushing his way through the crowd. Move! Move! It's my daughter! And he burst through that final crowd, almost throwing them, but kind of like at the last moment realizing his own strength, kind of like grabs them and puts them in place. Sorry. And he just scoops Honora up as if she were a toddler, just way up in the sky, spinning her about, laughing deeply. Ah! You did it! And he puts it down. We need to celebrate. I will take no for an answer. This day will be consecrated, I tell you. Or I'm not a god. And I mean, I am, so. Whew. Who wants some games? Some plays? Come on, entertainment! These heroes have earned it.
Theranos will kind of glance over at Eliana. I think we actually have a bit more to do today.
Oh, you wound me. You wound me, boy. Leaving without a party item. God, did I give you my hammer yet? I don't need this hammer anymore. Where'd it go? Got one second. I'll raise his hand. Yo, give me a second. It's really great. It's a great hammer. Yeah, it's a great hammer.
I believe Vulcan has it, Lord Pythor.
Oh, father. No fun.
That's all right.
Oh, well.
I think we have some goatlings to take care of.
Goatlings? Oh, come on. Small stuff. Don't worry about it.
Lord Pythor, you are not the only father to lose their child for a time.
Looks across the men of the group. You didn't also lose children, did you?
There are several children missing, and I think it has to do partly with the goatlings, partly with your amphora that's missing in the horn.
Yes, the horn. Yeah, that horn.
I tracked it to the woods, and on my way I met another gentleman, one of the Phobos.
Leo, you knew Risen Phobos. She was like top military, nearly took over. It was like basically a rival in every single way to Xander Arklander himself. I mean, she was big time.
His daughter went missing about a week ago into the woods.
There have been reports of teenagers going off, and I figured they were running south to Mitros. I never considered the old wood.
And I tracked the goatlings up to where I could before I had to come back for the ceremony last night.
Well, you stayed up all night. You can't leave without resting first, at least.
Of course I can.
Well, the rest of you, come on.
Oh, got a lot of rest in yesterday.
Boy, I will have to teach you how to properly accept a party when it's thrown in your honor.
Well, the more rain checks that we accrue, the larger the party will be when we come back.
And I think
this is something we have to do.
I think it would be good for the city to focus on Honora, who defended herself from sacrifice.
She what?
All by herself.
Harpy came to interfere, and she slew it in front of everyone. I say throw the party in her honor.
Well, of course it will.
Let the city know. They are
My
Going to be
baby
in
girl.
good hands.
My baby girl want to fight.
Quite rudely,
He turns, my child! And like she's already kind of begun moving with a guard procession. He'll just like pick her up, and you could just hear him booming, "Tell me everything!" And he'll
That's
leave
our
you
cue.
to the crowd as you
As
are
we
being
slip-
bombarded with like fanfare. You do still like you are famous. You have literally gained a fame point right now.
Fine.
So you are sorry, I said you were 3 or 4. You are now 3. As you're moving your way through this crowd, you will hear several people singing songs of your exploits. How with but a breath you felled mighty beasts and rescued the oracle by casting aside anyone who dared oppose you, and that merely by your presence kept the princess safe. They are extremely exaggerated and not all accurate, and bordering on very generic. But you get the gist that a lot of them are kind of almost satirical. Kind of meant to be funny, that like, oh, well, it's not much of a threat anyway.
Turn toward Kira. Not every verse is as well inspired, huh?
No, but we'll work on it. She's already writing down notes, but these are wonderfully terrible. So, I gotta take notes from these guys.
Eliana, you said you tracked the goatlings to the woods.
To the beginning, I marked a spot where I ended when I had to come join.
I don't know what everyone else says, but I say lead the way.
And easily enough, you all begin making your way out of town. North, or rather east, through the gate. You make your way out of Astoria. And allow me to begin painting your path here. Through the line of vineyards. I'm just going to draw a complete path here. Just ignore this for now. The citizens of the vineyard appear to wave at you, greet you, seeing the full group of you, jogging their memory, and certainly getting plenty of people. Differ, you will feel like a poke at your back as the sticky child has returned, but he seems to have like a grape smear on his cheek. Hey, I heard that you fought a big monster. Can you tell me about it?
I'm going to walk faster.
Just hear the like small little trotting legs.
I'm going to take evasive action and start doing the side to side, as if dodging. Yeah, I am serpentining through, trying to lose this kid again, because she does not want to have to re-traumatize him.
But what is the biggest monster you fought? And then you'll hear someone like rush up, like, no, come on. And he'll be claimed, and you all be left alone for the moment. No sticky child to bother you further. But you begin passing the Phobos vineyard, leading, of course, to the edge of the old wood. Kira chiming in. Well, haven't been in here in a long while. I mean, it's fun, believe me. I mean, Fey woods, lots of druids, bunch of dark secrets, unknown things. It's gotta be fun, right? Probably, as long as you don't die. Or give anyone your secret name. I don't know.
Well, I suppose that's our job now, right? Go into the dark, scary places. Kind of look down the dark path going into this. It's day, but it's dark going through the woods. I have a feeling I'm going to be missing that massage very soon.
Oh, certainly.
As we are walking, DeFaro will walk up to Ponos. And not necessarily like looking in his direction. She'll continue to just kind of like watch everybody else walking and like keep the stride going. And she will. So, I need to apologize. I was probably a bit aggressive on the delivery of my message this morning. I'll apologize for the way that I delivered it, but I won't apologize for the content. Because while the rest of us appear very sad and gloomy, we are beginning to act more like a team. And we need you to get on board, Ponos.
That
That's
is
all.
a shame. Because I had no problem with the delivery. But I think you've made the situation very clear.
And she will keep walking.
Okay. Well, your first full day of travel brings you a decent way into the woods, given you had basically the full day to do it. Nature begins to suffocate the outside life around you. There's this continuing presence, no matter where you are here, that something is watching you. Whether that be an actual animal or just a tickle at the back of your neck to throw you off. It's hard to tell. But you continue on. And you get a decent way in. The light of the sun breaking through the tree coverage to provide enough light for you to follow along a decently well-traveled trail, breaking off several times. If actually someone can make me a survival check as you're continuing on here to keep track of these, tracks.
Oh, 20.
Jeez, Eliana.
Listen, I am dead fucking set on finding these people.
You got the Sherlock Holmes spyglass out. You got the whole thing. But
She's
you are
wisdomous.
you are able to keep track of the goatlings for today. And you make a decent way into the wood. And for beginning your day, nothing occurs. You reach a point where the sun begins to set, the darkness of your path beginning a bit too treacherous to probably carry on for the day. Kira, of course, mentioning, well, we should probably take a rest eventually. You all have been up all night, fanned all day. I mean, I'm good to go, of course. I'm fine.
No, we definitely should rest soon.
I agree.
Take a look around. I suppose here's as good as anywhere. It's not like someone's going to be coming through the road. I hope we brought food, though, because something tells me we shouldn't eat what we find out here.
I have some crackers.
How old are those crackers now?
A day.
And you've left them out the whole time? And
Well, Mikros had some, but just eat around his my bite marks and it should be fine.
you reach into your pack for the said crackers. They are gone.
That little bastard ate them. There's so much salt. It's not good for him.
Oh, man, and he ate all the cheese too. Okay, no crackers. Sorry, forget what I said.
Oh no, how disappointing. I can get the fire started.
Seems like a good idea.
Well, there's always rations, right? Classic adventurer rations.
I don't know how long they've sat in this bag.
Aren't
They're
they always
for
good?
you.
Yeah, yeah.
Are they always good or are they always bad?
You know, sometimes you say things, and I think you're a member of the academy at Mitras, and I get really concerned. You're not a follower of Valis, are you?
Can't say that I am.
That's good. I'm not crazy about them. Anyway, I'm gonna get the fire going. You all, I don't know, do something heroic. I don't know. Make poses. Talk dramatically.
Heroically set up camp. We'll get right on it.
It's not as fun when you say it like that.
Leo, could you defeat our need to be out in the open by putting up the tent?
Yes, of course. And he begins setting up tent.
I wasn't sure what to think when that harpy showed up last night.
Eliana starts preparing a new potpourri, more or less. Like, interesting. I didn't really expect Soteria to show up.
Yeah, that
Beginning to
made me
think,
pretty nervous.
to say the least.
Honestly, I almost jumped in. But I realized it was not my fight.
But I'm glad no one needed to. Didn't need all those centaurs and a cyclops around with everybody.
I was trying to decide if we could pass off the harpy as being a follower of Lutheria instead of Sidon and say she was interfering.
I
think her
thought harpies were more of a Lutherian follower, person, people.
I don't know. The two of them seem kind of a package deal at this point.
They are the Twin Titans. As Kira, you can kind of turn around and see Kira already has a bit of a larger fire going.
You know I can, and I will cast bonfire over to her fire.
Ooh, 2 for 1. Nice.
I think both of them are going to be interfering more and more in the coming weeks.
How unfortunate for them.
I think in the end, yes, but I feel like it's going to be rough for us along the way.
Probably, but offering them nothing more than a solitary string of disappointment, they'll know what it's like.
Here's hoping. Well, I've been up longer than usual, so I'm turning in.
I'll take the first watch.
I'll take a watch if need be.
Or we'll take a watch too.
Wake me when you need me. Cuddle up in his own wings, and in a few moments, that other bonfire goes out.
Thankfully, Kira's her pyromania has certainly set you all up with some nice toe warmth. But deep into the woods, on your way to recover a stolen artifact. And having just saved the life of not only Princess, but perhaps the entire city, I think you can rest quite well. Nothing bothers you this evening, though clouds gather overhead and wind whips its way through the trees. You all make it through the night, rise the next morning. But we will continue that story next time. As we leave our heroes in this quiet moment of contemplation, of jubilation, of small bits of reconciliation. We can only wonder what will happen next. But that leaves all but to say thank you all so much for joining us for Oathsworn, Odyssey of the Dragonlords here at TPK Roleplay. There is just so much to say, but let me first throw it out to my amazing group of storytellers here, because y'all make this possible. I had so much just like I thought was going to happen, and you guys just took this and are continuing to make the story your own. I'm eternally grateful for you all. So please tell the people who you are, who you're playing tonight, where that they can find you if they want to see more of your wonderful talents. And did I scare you with that heartbeat? Start with you, comrade.
First, yes, a lot. But yeah, I was Comrade Crash on Twitter and stuff. I played Leo, the human paladin, Oath of the Dragonlord. Next time, I'll be here. But February 24th, I will be over at Nat 20 with Turk here. He's going to be our handler, and we're going to be running the Delta Green TTRPG. It's going to be called The Department. We're all going to be cool agents dealing with some not so cool stuff. Very spooky, yeah. So I can't wait for that. So see you then. But Till then, yeah, heck.
Great. Hello, everybody. It's me, Sir Heckalot. You can find me, let's talk about who I played first. I played Calliope, the Siren College of Epic Poetry Bard, whose epic path is the Dragon Slayer. I'm getting so much better at saying that without messing up. It's great. You can find me on all of the social medias at Sir Heckalot. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. I am going to shout out my own stream for Friday because it's a result of a sub goal that got smashed within 1 day of me setting it. And I will be playing this Friday at 7:30 p.m. EST. I will be playing Hatoful Boyfriend, which, if you don't know, it's a bird dating simulator, and birds are kind of like my thing. So yep, we're gonna see how that goes. But yeah, every Wednesday for the rest of this month, you can find me over on Sir Hooper 55 channel playing Locust. Tomorrow's our second episode, and it is going to be amazing. I am super duper excited for it. First episode was already great, so second, we're just gonna ramp up the spooky vibes. Every other Thursday, you can find me here for our Tyranny of Dragons campaign, A Queen's Gambit. Every other Sunday, you can find me on Neon Lights with our Violet Sea campaign. And next Thursday, I am doing my monthly podcast with Heinz Dungeon called Dungeons and Discussion. So we're talking about character creation. We're actually going to have a special guest from Neverending, our sponsor, making characters with us. So it's going to be super fun. Very excited about it. But I think that's it. Let's move on over to HP.
I am the last hit point hero, and tonight I played Thrynos, the Siren Sorcerer Demigod, Demi-Titan, rather. And yes, I thought we were going to have to make all sorts of excuses about why we dove into a pit to kill a harpy, and I am glad it went the way it did. And my son was playing Minecraft. He had 15 minutes left of his game time and wanted to stream Minecraft. So he did Pixelmon Minecraft, where you have Pokemon inside of Minecraft, because we had to install that mod, I guess. You can find me next this Friday on TPK for our Cold Hands Warm Hearts game. We are tracking down what is going to be a little bit of crossover of what was it referred to as, the Dane verse, or the HP verse, as there are some origins of some of our Darkest Night, Brightest Light characters might show up in Cold Hands Warm Hearts, which happens before, even though it happened after. I love time. Anyway, stop by for that. We would love to have you. Let's see. I think that's it for me at the moment. So over to Tony.
Hello, I am Tony. I played Eliana Legide, the prophetic cleric, who keeps pulling strings, maybe. I can be found nowhere. You cannot perceive me. I am nothing more than a figment of your imagination. Look what you did, but not really. The next time you'll see me is the 21st of February, where we go to the next session of Emerald Expeditions. The latest letter has gone out to our would-be heroes who have joined the Enclave. And after that, it is Tuesday, the 22nd for Oathsworn again. It is the Tuesday, February 22nd, 22. So be here. And then the 26th for Dark Echoes. Because we don't get to do it this weekend because some people decided to be born or something and they get to celebrate it. Like, Damn, must be nice. But that's it for me. We're gonna go up to Al. Al.
Don't you remember when you emerged from your shell, Tony?
No, remember, I don't actually exist.
It all checks out. Thanks, folks. I've been Al playing Ponos, the Odyssean rogue walking the path of the cursed one. And in true fashion, cursed things happen. But who knows? Maybe things will change. And I'll hand it up to Chrissy.
Yes, hello. I'm Chrissy. I played Defera Adomos, our Medusa warlock, who walks the path of... I always get this wrong. What is it? The haunted one?
The haunted
No,
one.
the haunted one.
It is
Fuck.
the haunted
One day I'll get it without having to look at my cheat sheet. Goo.
Don't worry, I'll expose your pain and then it'll happen.
Sure. It's fine. Cool. Where else can you find me? Just pop into the TPK Discord, check the schedule. Module week, I'm around a lot. We just had Madness Calls at 4th last night, so if you have not watched that, make sure you check out the prior episodes on YouTube, and then wait for Kohlrabi to upload last night's immediately. What else? This game, also, like Hex said, Queen's Gambit on Thursday. And I think the only other thing I have outside of that is I will be in March playing over at Ghostlight RPGs in honor of being one of Jasper's Game Day ambassadors. So we'll be over there playing a game called Moonshale Islands or something similar. I'm getting the name wrong, but very exciting. I'm excited to go pop on that channel and hopefully raise a ton of money. So go there and help us raise money for a good cause, all the things. I got nothing else. That's it. To you, Turk.
Okay, well, first off, we have a request from chat. Al, could you give us a Super Bowl pick?
Well, if you look
Yes,
at it,
Al.
the Rams have got Matt Stafford, who's always been a beast, just never on a good team. The defense is stacked. They got Jalen Ramsey. They got 99. OBJ is absolutely going to town on teams at the moment. Now they've got him from the Browns, where he did nothing. My pick is Bengals. Haven't won a playoff game since 1991, which was the year I was born. And now they're in a Super Bowl. Let's go. Let's go, Joe. Bengals.
All right, you heard it
Bengals
here
are
first.
hungrier.
It's true. So that is me. Okay, hi. I am Turk, or Turk Accented on Twitch and Twitter. I have had the distinct pleasure of being your dungeon master, maestro, general random voice provider, and sticky child impersonator. Hopefully putting a little bit of fear of the gods in my players. I gave Anora 1 harpy kill inner. So y'all did work, and I'm very proud of you all. For more of me, keep it locked here on TBK, of course, because next week we'll have a episode of Sherlock where I'll be playing Chelsea Cray, with Chrissy also being there in what might be one of the last episodes of Sherlock Investigations on our channel. So definitely feel free to check that one out. It should be a whole lot of fun. I'll be playing one of the first characters I ever played here on TBK, so that's always, it's gonna be a bit of a tearjerker. The 16th with Hubris of Man, which is always very fun, run by the ever wonderful Meg Mysteria for lots of horror. Emerald Expeditions on the 21st, and then the 22nd we'll be right back here, heading into the Old Wood. On other channels, of course, I will be over with Lost Caravan RPG with the new name of Sir Hooper's channel. On the 13th for some Lancer, for some mechs and such. I think we've decided our call signs are going to be like crystal gem type things. So I'll probably be working that out. Oh, hey, they're in chat. Hi. Ah. Oh my God. Hi. Love you. I'll see you all on Sunday over there. It's gonna be a whole lot of fun. I'm playing the Hack Goblin. Not an actual goblin yet, but it should be fun nonetheless. And then, as Comrade mentioned, on the 24th, I'll be the handler for the department, which is a Delta Green series, which is kind of like a modern day Call of Cthulhu, if you're familiar with the scenario. We'll be running the Caligati scenario, which should be a whole ton of fun. So I'll be ready for some spooks, but plenty of more stuff to come in the future. So many excellent, wonderful things. Thank you all so much for joining us again. You make this chat. Y'all are as critical a part of this as everything else. My players, thank you all so much for another excellent session. It just warms my heart every single time. Remember, this weekend, it's about love rather than any form of capitalistic offerings. Make sure you hold those you love close. And remember that even the gods are bound by oaths and prophecies. I'll see you next time. Good night. Please take us out, HP.